that, myself and Theodora Parham.
So are we about to head over there?
And you know, I can get her over here to talk to this as well. We got on the phone. First, we called Mark Holmberg from Channel 6 News and informed him that. But before we got off the phone with Captain Smith, Captain Smith and I have been for a very long time discussing the law of the land and what his duty is, and he understands his duty. And he stated that the orders were unconstitutional and fascist, and that he did not want to enforce that. So that's what we informed the press. So once that was made clear, the mayor couldn't enforce his edict, and the mayor's office would neither confirm nor deny that an order even went out.
Wow.
So at that point, I started talking to other people in the government, council liaison to public safety head, Reva Trammell, who again said that this was an unconstitutional order. And once multiple people in the government started saying that they didn't want to enforce the rule, and that people started contacting the mayor's office and saying that this was not a smart move and this was going to implode and it's unconstitutional and he should back off, that's when he started saying, I'm neither confirming nor denying that any order was actually given out. But I, talking to Chief Norwood, started, interrogated the situation and that there was an order given out. So it was established there was an order given out, but as of today, and also given a promise last night by Norwood that he would provide the specific ordinance, because that was another significant thing. Nothing was actually named. Okay. It was just an unnamed ordinance.
Okay, okay.
And also goes in contradiction with the fact that the Richmond City government and the Richmond police order the homeless population to occupy this park, and there are 50 people occupying this park, whether Occupy Richmond is going on or not. And these people were going to be swept up in the ordinance enforcement if the police had chosen to enforce it, which they did not.
A whole lot of stuff connected to this thing.
So, well, I mean, Dwight Jones, who put him in office? Tom Farrell, CEO of Dominion Power. Who's got his hand in Dwight Jones' pocket? CEO of Dominion Power, Tom Farrell. President of the Richmond Federal Reserve Bank, Jeffrey Lacker. So there are some people out here who know these things. And at that point, we had more negotiation with the police at yesterday's public safety meeting, at which I'm only speaking for myself. I'm not speaking for Occupy Richmond.
Okay.
I stated to the police and to council that I was happy that they listened to us and that they heeded our warning, that they had better uphold the Constitution of the United States, which is the law of the land. And if they didn't, they were in dereliction of their duty. So we appreciate the fact that cooler heads prevailed, and that the mayor's unconstitutional and fascist order, that's the way I'm describing it, but that's the way also the police were describing it, were not enforced, because they know they have to uphold the Constitution as well.
Exactly.
And speaking of the Constitution, all these institutions violate the Constitution in any number of different ways, and we can go through that. That's the law of the land. And while Occupy Wall Street is demanding the billionaire Buffett rule, I personally and other members of this group, we have made demands of the immediate arrests of the CEO of every corporation down here, beginning with Jeffrey Lacker, who's head of the Richmond Federal Reserve Bank, followed by Tom Farrell.
All right, well, I thank you for that information, because I sure learned a whole lot today that I had no clue about. And thank you for taking the time. All right, and what are you here for today? We all know that you're here representing the 99 Occupy Richmond. And how do you feel about everything that's going on?
I love it.
Okay.
Non-violent. We're here for a purpose.
Okay.
We are here because we need to change our government.
That's right.
The way that it operates. I'm a community activist.
Okay.
And have been for over 30 years. And I love people. And I work with these people in the park. I work with the people all over the city. I have been blessed to receive over 60 awards, certificates, and plaques. But A lot of people don't like that because I have a big mouth and I call people out when they're wrong.
Like
and some I apologize to, and the others can just get out of my face.
Amen. All right. I like that.
It makes no sense the way human beings are treated.
That's right.
And animals and PETA and ASPCA, you cannot treat animals the way that people are being treated.
Oh, the SPCA, yes, yes.
The ASPCA.
Okay.
So, there we have it because we need to bring up, I want to say we need to bring up the rate. Maybe that's not the right word, but we are all one.
That's right.
We are one power. We are the human race, and all of us need the same, identical thing to maintain life.
Exactly.
So, for all of those rich, high-dollar suckers, we're gonna say suck on, because we coming for you.
All right.
And I think that the way the economy can be balanced, Congress, some of the losers, senators, we need to cut their salaries by for at least 4 years to let those suckers know how it feels. Like in the city of Richmond with our mayors, and I don't know where in the hell we picked them up from. They are sucking hard. Some of them are lying, cheating, and stealing in front of people, but we're not blind.
Exactly.
And everybody is not as substance.
Some people that feel as though we're in the wrong for protesting, period. They feel like, well, we don't have a right to protest because we didn't do what we were supposed to do to get millions, and we're jealous because these people have money. Do you agree with that statement?
No, I don't. And they need to go back to hell on the horse that they rode on.
All right.
Okay?
All right.
If I had a field full of slaves, Caucasians, working and picking cotton and doing everything for me for free, then I can say that. But when you use and abuse and exploit people, exploit children, exploit elderly, kill out millions of people like Dominion Power is getting ready to do, for example, in Louisiana County, Virginia.
Oh, I didn't know about that.
The nuclear plant went down. The earthquake shut it down.
Oh, wow.
Then we had another tremor. Shut it down. What do you gonna think gonna happen with the third strike? We're in the fallout zone. It will kill every living ass breathing air in hundreds of miles. This fallout is ready to travel by through the air, through the rain. It's all about $1. Because they don't need to start that plant up. There are other ways that you can light people's homes, make things run, but we will be just like Japan. Exactly. We will be just like in Japan. And these suckers up here that I'm staring at, they will make a fortune off the little people. So who's got the right to say we don't have a right? I work hard volunteering and have worked all my life. And for those that say we don't have a right, I'm like, you don't have a right and we're going to take it from you. See, if you take those individuals with all that money and no common sense, you know, I feel that's a terrible, terrible thing. Instead of love, they give money. Instead of hugs, they give cars. If you raise your kids properly, I don't know whether they'd be out here with us or not, but we're going to turn y'all kids against y'all. We're going to show your kids how nasty and dirty and the things that you've been pulling off for a million years that you all have with the old school, the old ways. We're going to turn your children against you. We're going to open your children's eyes to the fact that we are one race, the human race. We're going to show your kids that we can live together as one.
That's right.
As they gently lower your old behinds in the grave. So get ready for it. We gone. We are ready. Yeah. We are going to win. This is a worldwide thing.
Yes, it is.
And
it's going global. That's
gone global. And people and power belong together. We're the little ones, but we make a big difference.
Yes, yes.
So for all of you guys,
basically, it's about them doing their part.
for all of you all, and it's not all of you all because I know a lot of wealthy people, but they have hearts. They have compassion.
That's right.
When the time comes, they give. They don't, it's not like pulling teeth. They know that for one who much is given, much is expected.
That's right.
And see, they don't read that Bible. They think it's a joke, like we walk around this circle, like the walls of Jericho, and watch all of this money around us come tumbling down. The end.
Thank you so much, Teddy, for
Thank
talking
you,
to me.
God.
All right.
You guys keep up the good work. Chris Dorsey.
Chris Dorsey.
He's running for sheriff
Okay.
to clean up this hole because
Yes.
they have killed hundreds of thousands of people over the years in our city jail. And it's a terrible thing. This park, I call this the death trap. When they leave this park, if they leave alive, they might get an apartment, they might get a home, but the last stop is at that jail. I call this Death Island because how long can you live living on brick and concrete, and when that cold air comes off that river?
Yeah.
Chris and I walked for 9 days solid and carried blankets to the people, wrapped them up like little cocoons so they could try to stay warm while the rain poured. So my thing is, for anybody watching this, have some compassion. We need some blankets. We need some waterproof gear. And we're going to need some portable blower heaters. We got to get real. These people going to freeze to death out here. But that's how our mayor intends to reduce our poverty level here in the city. He planning on killing them out. And I'm saying this to you, Dwight Jones, you loser. Respect is earned, so obviously I don't have any for you. Coming straight from Teddy Parham, and we can debate all of the illegal things you've done, how your powerful crooks got you in office. But we will run you back to that condominium you bought in Florida, my brother. Because, like I said, respect is earned, and I don't have any for you. See my face. Peace out.
So why are you guys out here?
We are out here because, well, I personally, I can only speak for myself, but I feel like the government pays too much attention to corporate America and not enough attention to the actual citizens. I don't think that citizens answer to the government. I think the government needs to start answering to citizens.
Okay. Tell me about it.
All right. Producism is a new economic model that gives people the opportunity to create the change they want to see by sustainably and passionately producing and consuming local goods and services using a new kind of money called mutual credit, which is created by the people. It's backed by what they produce compared to the dollar, which is not backed by nothing. Right now, with money is being manipulated by the Federal Reserve. They get to control how much money goes in the economy, how much is taken out. We need money for our livelihood, so indirectly they control our livelihood. This type of system removes that middleman from controlling our livelihood. And there's five different tenets to it. One is mutual credit, people create a form of money. Social entrepreneurship, which is using enterprise as a medium to make social change. Worker cooperatives, which is worker-owned companies. Social networking, and gamification. With gamification, that's just a way to get people to, I guess, add the fun factor to it, and then also get people to track their progress. If you think about it right now, capitalism is like a game, and dollars like our points in like a video game. So it's based like using game thinking and applying it to like this new economic model. Let me see. There's a lot more stuff to it, but basically it's like a decentralized social capitalism. It's basically it's fostering the evolution of money, enterprise, and education for social good.
Okay.
Everybody can benefit, not just a few.
All right.